It's Wrestling Hero Figs, Gargano, Wolverine. We also got some stuff going on back here. I will cover it all before we get the work in, but RKO 1974, you clawed your way into the WHF heart, as well as right up front, the way that we saw it when he wore it. That is so cool. So when I initially unbox this, you guys know, you guys get my natural reaction right off the get-go. The thing is that the head scan, I didn't send them the head scan, so I just wanted to put it together, play around with it a little bit, get a good feel for it, so that way I can fill you in what went down when this custom was put together. Man, am I happy with this one. You've made a lot of work for me on the channel, so for one, I gotta thank you. But two, I got to tell you right now, this is going to be one of the top 3 pieces added to the WHF collection. He went down to the fine point all the way with every detail that he wore when he wore this attire. He included it. I mean, you could see the Wolverine claws right on those wristbands on both sides left. Right, this thing is looking so beautiful, man. The vest, initially I did send him it was a Seth Rollins vest, but the collar, the way that one was molded, it didn't have the same look with it. So I just went ahead and sent him the updated one, which we got, was it Elite Series 70 or 71? The most recent, the Spider-Man look. The one that you saw right here, that's the vest that he went with. And I'm glad I did, man. I can see what you were talking about, how this is going to be the best choice. Also, the way that the zipper goes down at the Rollins. I know some people have used it and they had to add a little extra, but the factory look quality that we're seeing with this, yes, it is very much there. We got the straps right here. This is all Wolverine, dude. You go look at any of your Marvel Legends figures, those colors that you're seeing on that, it's coming in right here with the Mattel version of Gargano. There's the back piece. We got 2 nice black outlines coming up all the way up to the top where it brings the blue together. The bottom right here, we got Johnny Wrestling up top. We got Johnny up top and then Wrestling right down here at the bottom. And the back of the knee pads right here, this is tying in with the rest of the look of the attire. Such a nice looking piece, dude. We got Johnny Wrestling again on the left side. We got that signature, what'd you call this, emoji? Yeah, it's an emoji, bro. It's what it is. We got a semi-happy, well, it's not a happy, but it's also not a sad face. It's like right in between. Again, RKO 1974, thank you so much. This is kind of wrapping up my Gargano collection. Check this out, you guys. We got Iron Man, we got Wolverine, we got Spider-Man. I had the NXT TakeOver one, but yeah, it's in the works right now. I had to make some changes to it, but nonetheless, once that one gets added, dude, it's going to grow. It's just going to keep growing. You know the DC, the Marvel world, it's always going to be a regular thing with Gargano, and you guys know how much I love that. So if he keeps wearing them, we're going to keep putting them right here on the channel for you. Next up, one thing that I wanted to do with this custom, if you guys do recall, I made a similar, well, it's a different look and a different attire that we did see with the Ultimate Edition, but the face paint on it, it's identical. He kind of stayed within the same look. Obviously up by the forehead area, it is a little bit different, but the similarities, they're too much. Yeah, they're like right there. The hairstyle too, when he did wear this attire, it was a lot shorter, which is going to be more accurate. I'm debating. I want you guys, you know what, we'll make things happen, because the way that they design these Ultimate Editions, you just pop them off. Not mine. I am going to have to heat it up, but I'll do that change. I'll try both. I think one thing what we could do, we could go ahead and attempt it, because we got 2 different heads with that, so we'll go ahead and pop both, see which ones you guys prefer. This one, as much as I love it, like I said, I went based off the old ringside exclusive head scan. So this one, it doesn't necessarily work, mainly because of the fact of, well, the face paint, yes, but the hair, it's going to be different. So we're going to go ahead and do that as well. And then since we are in the same talk, same conversation of the Ultimate Edition, this Triple H, this thing is going to do some really cool stuff to my other figures that we have worked on the past. One, I'm going to get that street look. It's going to be, well, the shirt was different. I know when he did wear this jacket with this look, with the hat right here, it was a different shirt. So custom figure shirts, yeah, we might have to work something out, buddy, because I am going to need that look right here when he wore this. So I'm going to pop this head scan onto the street look, and the torso, this is all going to get changed. You guys know I'm not a fan of this, and if you don't, Mattel, please change it, man. Like, I know the reason behind why you guys made these figures, you know, more articulated, but the ab crunch and the actual look too, man, I'm not a fan of it. And this Triple H, this attire, I did make in the past. Well, actually, I didn't make it. This one, I believe, was from Mike the Wrestling Collector. I remember picking this up from me. I don't think he made it. He had purchased it off someone, but nonetheless, I want to use this torso right here, because if you look, it's already been torso cracked, plus it's the same look and attire. I want to add that torso to the Ultimate Edition and the head scan. Again, it's going to give us this Ultimate Edition figure. He's going to give us several different looks for Triple H. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then next up, one thing that I wanted to do, this is for you, Figs31. I know you had requested this, so shout out to you, my dude. He wanted me to grab that ringside exclusive. He wanted me to try on that custom one that I had gotten from him and pop it on just to get like a feel of it, of how it looks. So I'll do that. This one's for you, bro. You've been awesome. We've managed to, mend some bonds. We had some hiccups along the way in the beginning with trades and all, but great guy to work with nonetheless. So that one is for you. That one's fully devoted for you. And then the Bray Wyatt BEW animation, he left me headless. Well, he left Bray Wyatt headless. He had to make this lantern, and the head scan that was required for this was this Bray Wyatt. And I could have sworn, man, I kept looking through everything, and I finally came across a head scan that I knew I had, because the other ones, yeah, they've been converted, but this is the head scan that he had required. I think this was a Toys R Us exclusive. So what I did, I went through my fodder bin and I finally found the Screaming scan. I knew that this one was laying around somewhere, so I want to pop that on. So we got this Bray Wyatt complete as well. Different look from originally was released by Mattel, but nonetheless, once that all gets put together, we're going to make things happen. So I say we get to work, you guys. We're starting out with this one first. Well, technically two, because like I said, we were going to get multiple figures out of that Ultimate Edition. Now, there was a situation along the way. That old one that I told you that I said I was going to use, it is old. I think this is an earlier Elite Triple H, the original fodder parts to make this one. So it didn't play out the way that I wanted to, mainly because of the adhesive. The glue that was used back then, earlier by Mattel, they really adhered their torso. So the bottom part, it didn't want to cooperate. So this is gonna be a lost cause. I mean, it's not. I could put it back together. I still have the upper part. What I did end up doing is using this one. I had an extra one laying around. This is from the WWE Fan Central. This came off like butter. So I popped the torso off that, put it on there. And the one thing I forgot to mention to you guys, huge shout out to Mac Decals. He's the one that had given me kind of like the walkthrough in order to make these two happen, was the neck peg. The neck peg on the original one, which is the Ultimate Edition, it's a really long neck peg, so the head skin would have sat funny. I mean, you guys saw when we did the review, I think it was 2 out of the 3 that were just looking kind of wonky, so I put a smaller neck peg on that one. I might have to do it on this one. It's really not that bothersome, just because of the jacket and the shirt, tying this together. But check this out. This is originally what was supposed to be deriving from this custom, except the overall look, man, yeah, it was rough. I mean, mine came with a bunch of stains. You can see a lot of the paint like faded away. I guess one thing I could do is that I could add the knee brace to it so it has more of a complete feel. But nonetheless, man, I mean, again, I could utilize either this head scan or the Screaming one, and I can still put this little piece on it, as a little extra to display. This one right here, this is so beautiful, man. I don't know what it is, but these two are just really bringing that Triple H look the way that it should have been. And now, still, no loose articulation, I didn't lose any articulation because I still added the Ultimate Edition arms right here. So that's one thing that, it's a positive from it, as well as getting a little extra from it as well. Because the original Mattel Elites, you get more of an ab crunch, which, again, it makes no sense. But nonetheless, very, very happy with these two. Now, Figs31, I can see why you wanted to see this, man. I thought you wanted to get the look from what it was going to do from the ringside exclusive, but I think the whole idea behind him wanting me to do this was how the head scan was going to look on this one. I think the peg is different. If you guys are picking up on this, it's sitting really, really low. So I think what it is, it's definitely the neck peg, but this is the custom right here, the red and green from Figs31. You get a little bit of a benefit from this one as well, but the paint, it's not matching from the actual mask. But there you go, man. Hopefully that answers your question. This next one right here, I went with the one that I wasn't using on the Ultimate Edition, and it does work. One of the biggest issues when I originally made this custom was going back to the whole neck peg. I went with the wrong head scan. I used the basic head scan, and the way that they molded the whole inside of it, it wasn't right. So having this one, I do prefer this one a lot more, man. This one is just sitting a lot better. I could utilize either or, But nonetheless, man, I mean, I don't know, would I be able to do it? I didn't have to heat it up. I just had to pop it off. So if you are wanting to see what's going down with this other one, here's the combination. Here's the complete look of it all, how both of them should still work pretty good. There you go. It is a little bit loose. I think it might have to do some with the way that it was or when they originally made it. It was more designed for it to go on and off onto these neck pegs as opposed to that. But there it is. And then, so we already did that one. We already got that whole collection complete. The last one, the Bray Wyatt, this still works, dude. The laughing one, this is still one of my favorite Bray Wyatt head scans. So having it on an actual body right here, it's going to work. Because originally the only way you can get this look right here for the screaming look for Bray Wyatt, it's going to be off that basic. I think it was a later 97, 96. But nonetheless, there it is, you guys. Let's bring all of them up to the frame so you guys can see what went down in today's video. We have the best Triple H ever made by Mattel with a little bit of work of WHF behind it. There it is. And then we got the Balor, which you could alternate. You can do the scream, you can do the open mouth, you can do the closed mouth. We got Figs 31 over here with the Andrade that he said he wanted me to accomplish. How do you feel about it, bro? If you're watching this, let me know what you think. Do you think we should swap out the neck peg, go back to the original look? I don't know. Either way, I'm loving all of it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.